peoples. This isn't a wrestling video either. I'm gonna do a part 2 on my Young Turks, on my thoughts on Young Turks. The other one I was kind of vague. I really didn't go into the issues. I kind of went into it. This time, I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna explain all my issues, all my qualms with this show. Because, I'm sorry, I can't hold it in anymore. And I would love if they see this video, because I feel like they get negative critic, because they just don't, they look at it like trolling. So I'm going to start off with my biggest issue with this show. They skew the facts. I truly believe that. What showed me that was it was either yesterday or the day before. They did a video on Fox News and trying to say they were attacking women in the workplace or something like that. That they're pretty much just showing etiquette in work or so. I don't know. I can't fully explain it. But there was a point they were doing where Anna showed the clip, right? They showed the clip, but they cut it off conveniently when this lady said "and men too," and then Jane goes on to say, "Oh, they wouldn't say this about men, right? Or guys, right?" That just shows you this is a blatant skewing of the facts, and this isn't the only time. They have done this several times, and it's just I feel like people just give them a pass, and it's just not right. In my opinion, that's just not fucking right. That's not honest. That's not honest at all. And I mean, for example, Tommy Sotomayor. He's a YouTuber on YouTube. Whenever he does like news thing. But I like the reason why I think he's better for news than Young Turks are, because he's real. He's coming at it from. He's just telling you how it is, you know. I like how he tells it like it is, you know. And when he does clips too, he shows the whole clip. Young Turks don't do that. They will cut off the clip at a certain point. And hell, how do you even know that's the beginning? They will always show at it, probably from the middle. They'll show the video from a point to where they can make from their agenda. And I just feel like it's just not right. Whereas Tommy, he shows at least the whole, or like a good chunk of the clip, where you could see it in context. With Young Turks, I feel like they don't do that. They just show at it from a certain, I feel like they just do a chunk of it just to fit their agenda. I don't like that. And my other issues is, I feel like they're too emotional. That's another one. And this is both Anna and Jank. Anna a little bit more. I feel like if you just put aside your bias, your emotion, and just do the story, I feel like I can enjoy it more. I mean, granted, Tommy Sotomayor does the same thing, but I feel like he still does it with, he's actually giving facts. Whereas Young Turks, I also feel like they just don't research what they do. I know I'm going all over the place. I'm trying to be concise. I just can't. I'm going all over the place. And it's just, for example, and a lot of their stuff is speculation half the time. Sometimes I feel like it's just speculation. They don't even know. I remember before Monday, they did a video on the new TSA regulation in which you have to turn on your phones before you board, because they don't want to have a bomb on it. I know. I honestly understand it. I don't see it's that big a deal. But Anna was trying to make it like they're going to hack into your phone. They're going to look in your stuff. No, they're not. Calm down. I bet you didn't even look at it fully. You just it's like their initial reaction, which I get. But if you're going to be giving facts to the public, you should be honest. Because in my opinion, you're no worse than Fox News. You're the liberal Fox News. I have heard this before, and that's exactly what they are. In another video, they did a video on Pat Robertson. On did he sleep with a tranny because he agrees with transgender rights or whatever. And they were trying to make like he slept with a tranny. Really? You made an entire video on that. And he in no way indicated he did. He just agreed with transgender rights. Wow. That, in my opinion, is just blatant speculation. That you don't even go on it by facts. You're just going on it by speculation. And I mean, I know they say it's speculation, but the fans, in my opinion, are blinded by that. They act like that's actual facts. They're not actual news. In my opinion, news in general is bullshit. I think in general, it's not. I say all news, and don't put on the comment section you're a Fox News supporter. I don't watch Fox News. I think all news, liberal news, conservative news, is bullshit. That's why I don't follow the news. But anyway, and then another thing, I feel like, and that goes along with my research. Half the time they'll do on certain subjects they don't know about. They'll do science stories where I bet your ass they don't know shit about science. Like, I feel like they should have a correspondent, like in real news, like on TV. They have correspondents, like the guy who does sports, stuff like that. Why don't they do the same thing? Don't have Anna do every videos. I bet you she doesn't know shit about it. I remember one video they did on Dave Mustaine where he said some stuff about Obama, whatever, and this is always their argument. This is another one. They look at you like you're stupid if you don't agree with them. That, in my opinion, isn't right. Just because if someone doesn't agree with me, I don't say he's stupid. He has a right to his opinion, and he does. Just because it's not your opinion, you don't agree, don't look at him like, oh, he's stupid. That's stupid in my opinion. But I digress. This is the main point I was trying to make in this part. Anna, in the videos, even Jank, both of them said, "Oh, I don't listen to Megadeth." Or they didn't even do any research on them. I mean, I'll give them a pass if you don't listen to them. I'll give them a pass on that. But but they're making it like they act like, oh, this guy's crazy, and I don't even know who Megadeth is. Why didn't you do some research on Dave Mustaine if you're gonna talk about him like that? Because, in my opinion, they're like TMZ, TYTMZ to me. They are, because I remember I'm gonna just continue on with this tangent right here. I know I'm very disorganized. It's just I'm kind of emotional. I can't make kind of bullet points. I'm kind of going everywhere in this one. And the thing is, where was I? Oh yeah, they did a video a few months ago, or a month ago or two. It was back May. It was May. They did a video on Donald Sterling, in which they literally did a story on him going in and out with his girlfriend drinking a soda. Why the fuck is that a story? I'm sorry. And the people giving fans, no, they do celebrity. I have no issues with you doing celebrity stories. I have never in my life. I don't care if they do celebrity stories. But don't do bullshit stories like that. Donald Sterling in and out with his girlfriend getting a soda. Is that a story? No. I get you're only hating on him because he's a racist, which I know he is, but literally, it was a month after it all blew off. That's another one, they will dwell on a guy, like George Zimmerman is a perfect example. Literally after the trial, they did some bullshit stories I remember one they did on George Zimmerman selling an art on eBay. Why is that a story? I honestly don't care. It's like, I get it. You don't like George Zimmerman, but the fact you're gonna just do a video on that, why is that a story? But you like the ban. I remember they did a ban on Donald Trump. Why don't they do a ban on George Zimmerman? I mean, I get it. You guys don't like that he was found not guilty. I don't either. But can you not do a bunch of stories like on George Zimmerman? Like, I get it. You don't like him, but you don't have to do story after story on him. It's the same thing with Donald Sterling. Every little thing he does, why do you have to? It's like, comes to the point you're just coming off like TMZ, because TMZ does that, and you're acting like you're better than that, but you do that. And then this is my biggest, not like other one, when they do stories on guns. I'm sorry, I get it. You want gun control and stuff. I have no issues with that. But you come at it from the most retarded standpoint. You attack the gun. Once again, I don't know why people do this. And I'm not a gun owner. So don't put in the comments I'm a gun nut. I'm not. I don't use guns. I've never used a gun before. I'm just saying, you don't blame the weapon. I'm sorry, this is just common sense to me, and I will use this. People will use, well, they were, okay, I'm gonna use a car for example. There are car accidents, you don't see me saying ban cars, or there are people getting stabbed, ban knives. It's almost to me the same thing. It's like, so the knife was meant to cut. I say, just because they weren't meant to do it, I know guns were meant to kill, I know, but it's still the same thing. It's a tool. That's how I look at it. It's a tool. By itself, it isn't bad. You just got crazies. And I remember one video. I'm gonna say this too. I feel like they should have a. It's the same thing. Have a gun correspondent. Why don't you just have someone who's a correspondent on guns who actually studies guns and knows about guns? But you just have them do it. They just coming from a biased, not knowing standpoint. And I remember one video they did on, there's this gun range for kids. They were not exactly saying kids go shoot people, but they're acting like that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to educate kids on guns. I don't think that's bad, completely bad. I get what they were trying to do. They were just trying to educate on kids, like guns aren't toys. And I think that's what it should be. If we have better education on guns and tell people it's not a toy, maybe people will get better educated with it. And then Jank in the video said, when I think gunners, I think Hicks. Not exactly in those words, so don't dumb down my throat. He didn't say it exactly. I will say it. I don't know if that's exactly how he said it, but he said it in that way. Not all gun owners are crazy right-wing rednecks. Like, that's just fucking stupid. That's generalizing. And then they cherry pick stories, especially with the guns. They will cherry pick gun stories by like, there are stories of guns who actually save lives. There are several stories where someone defended himself with a gun from being attacked. There's so many stories out there, but they're so biased where they will literally only do stories where there's shootings. And then the Elliot Rodger story, I felt like the whole, oh, we're not gonna say his name, is stupid. What is this, Harry Potter? Like he who shall not be named? That's stupid. In my opinion, if you're the news, you should just give the facts. You're supposed to give the story. You're not supposed to put your emotion in the whole, oh, we're not trying to give him some. Dude's dead. Elliot Rodger's dead. And I don't support what Elliot Rodger did. But I just think, come on. You guys gotta just, put aside your feelings. I personally don't like, I see why, but you're supposed to just put that all aside. You're supposed to be like, okay, I know I don't want to give this guy publicity, but I'm telling the story. This guy, Elliot Rodger, committed a shooting. That's all you have to do. You're not giving him any publicity. He's dead. He's dead now. And then I remember Anna did a video on this guy who was supporting Elliot Rodger when in fact this guy was just saying what his 2 cents were about it. He, in my opinion, he actually had a good point. Like, I felt like she read it, but she didn't read it, if you know what I mean. She read the words, but she didn't, like, read what he was trying to say. This person was trying to say, well, Elliot Rodger did what he did. Well, not exactly what he did, but what he feels like, because society nowadays shames the quiet, not social kids and people, and in my opinion, that is so true. I have to agree with that. But she literally made it like he was making an excuse. No, he wasn't. And it is like, Anna once again just shows she puts her emotion into it and doesn't use logic. I mean, it's just, it's like, I think literally when, you know what it is? I think when it comes to women rape in certain stories, she gets all butthurt. And she just puts she just goes full blind retard mode. I'm calling it that because you watch the video, all she was doing was just yelling, not really even making any good points. She was like, I mean, Elliot Rodger isn't the best example, but what he was saying is a good point. But anyways, I digress. I'm not going to go on a tangent about that. That's not what this is about. That's not what this video is about. This is literally just, I wish Young Turks were more, don't act like you're this independent channel. I remember, this is a good one. Another example of the whole TMZ story. They did a story on Tiger Woods where he started dating this girl, Lindsey Vonn, I think that's what her name was, and literally